So I wanted to see if I could find a way to explain why abortion is acceptable behavior whenever you find yourself in an unexpected pregnancy or something like that. I guess the best way to describe it would be that, like, God already knows. Like, it's like junior high. Like, it's your best friend, and you guys are having slumber parties, and, like, they know every secret, and, they know stuff that your parents don't know, and, like, you would tell them everything, every little gory detail. Like, that's God. I mean, he did that, so of course he knows what's up. And so, like, he already knows what decision would be best for you, and he already knows actually what decision you're going to make. And so it's just, we're going to call him Vaginus Maximus or Bitch Face, I can't decide. But he jumps in and, like, makes you deliberate over it, like, way longer than you would naturally, and punishes you until you make a decision. And so the bigger the decision, the longer you take, the more he can punish you for that. So if you learn to listen to your gut, or we say gut, but really, actually, as I explained previously, like, whenever you have your double skin on, like, your gut is feeling like you're almost hungry. So we've really associated that with spirituality, which I had a recent conversation with a coworker of mine, and he said that, that's what he learned, and that was something that really, like, touched home for him, was that the spiritual guidance that you get is like a feeling in the back of your stomach, but that's actually not God. That's not natural, as I stated previously. So to say a gut feeling is really just, using common phrases to describe, but the feeling is actually not natural. So I don't know if that made any sense. However, like, if you follow your junior high self, like, what would you do then? Like, without a doubt, if you weren't ready to have, if you were too young or whatever, you didn't want your parents to know, or whatever the case may be, like, you're going to take care of it and you're going to move forward with your life, and you'll probably be happier for it because you've made a decision that's best for you. And sometimes it's just not smart to bring a living being into the world. And so that kind of leads to the controversial issue of, like, when does life begin? And due to the fact that God knows what you're going to choose, if you chose to have an abortion, he already knew that was best for you. He knew that that was in your heart because that's what you chose to do. So he expected that. So that particular instance was just something you were supposed to learn from. It's not like a soul was in this child and you've destroyed it. No, that's not how God works. Like, if you were to have a child in the future when you're ready, or maybe you'll never be ready, and that's okay too, but the soul of your children was reserved for when you were ready. And so like, it's already predestined, I guess, sort of, which is sort of intimidating to some people, but I find it comforting because it sort of is saying that, there's room for error, there's room for bad decisions, and it's been planned for. And really, all you have to do is learn from it. You don't have to fret over it. You don't have to stress over past decisions and past mistakes, because it was part of your lesson. And so you just, as long as you learn from it and become a better person because of it, then that's what it was intended for. So I hope that answered the questions. I was able to sleep on it and kind of get some direction on how I wanted to go on this, and I hope that it's not too offensive, because I find it quite lovely. So y'all have a good day. Bye.